Them be promise us say we go get light and power. Them hustle sote they can't get the power. But now they know they do anything with the power. Every day dollar just they get it higher power over naira. See them talk say make we off mind, but thank God say my ego don't come. So my people make you ladder. Oh, yo yo, my ego don't come. Oh yo yo, my people make we shout. Oh yo yo, my ego don't come. Oh yo yo, my ego don't come, man of the masses. Oh yo yo.
Hello there.
Mayegun làwa mọ̀ làmọ̀ tó dòdòdò. Mayegun dáyàrí Mayegun number one.
Good morning to you, good afternoon to you, and good evening to you from wherever you are watching from. This is Mayegun live.
Mayegun dáyàrí Mayegun number one. Lórí Facebook, lórí YouTube. Mayegun dáyàrí Mayegun number one.
Thank you so much for joining me. Share the broadcast, read the caption, read the description as well. Like the broadcast and possibly share it if you haven't. Then sit back. DSS don't raise alarm. They said the plan or the plot for interim government in Nigeria is real. I am here to tell you, if it is real, they are the one behind it. I'll take you through that.
Ani esuraki Mayegun ti dé. Mayegun ti dé. Ọ̀jẹ̀lú
Share the broadcast. Invite your friends. Invite your not so friendly friends, and just tell them Mayegun is live. Oh, Mayegun ti dé.
Ani esuraki Mayegun ti dé. Lórí YouTube Mayegun ti dé. Ani esuraki Mayegun ti dé. Ọba bá gbé wúrẹ́. Mayegun máa wí. Ani esuraki Mayegun ti dé. Ijó ìgbádùn.
Start. How are you? Good morning to you, good afternoon to you, and good evening to you from wherever you are watching from. And of course, this is Mayegun live. Tonight, we want to address the breaking news that is coming from the Dokpemu Stupid Service, DSS. That is now kind of a switching into one of the bulldogs, the willing tools that Kolu is still going to deploy. But do you know why they are raising the alarm at this point? Many suspicions, many theories, but there are practicable ones that are presentable enough. I'm going to share that with you tonight. After this old charade of 2023 charade election, they might have been kind of telling you or giving you an impression, right, that it's over. I mean, people are just going to complain, they're just going to protest, and they're just going to probably just move on and all that. That is denial. But here is something that cannot be denied. The 2023 electoral charade was so badly organized that one man was able to use his own illegally amassed wealth, including drug money, to beat the entire establishment in Nigeria. and make himself the presidiot select. This didn't go down well with a lot of people, and they do know that. It was like he beat them, all of them, including the system in Nigeria. How did he do that? Now, the consequences of all of that is the divided country, as well as a country that is tilting towards anarchy. However, they said, if you lost, go to court. That became a very popular phrase. Go to court. Go to court. Now, going to court has also kind of opened up a kind of a new vista into all of this political drama as we speak. Because Tifnumbu is somebody who has control over almost every institution in Nigeria. Surprise? No, don't be. Every one of them has a price. And Tifnumbu, a cheerful thief. Just name your price. Whatever money cannot do. Of course, more money will do it. Now, it is a different thing to rig an election. Okay? And then it is another different ball game, right? To get the entire country to put that behind them. That's another one. The different ball game is this is after elections. How is the rest of the world going to see you as a people? Now, the charade of 2023 now produced a man that was convicted of drug running, money laundering in America. So one of the reasons why some felt like, or probably didn't see this coming, so they didn't put much pressure or didn't do much, is that Kolu as president of Nigeria is such a bad news that even all of you who are all over the world trying to make ends meet, do your own legit, you would have to carry that toga of a citizen of a narco state. It is not a good feeling. And it is actually not a good thing at all. So Kolu generally to Nigerians and to the rest of the world is a total bad news. It was so bad, that the UK government that congratulated Kolu, they had to reverse it quickly, realizing what they have done. America, one of the top trading partner with Nigeria, they couldn't sum up courage to say congratulations to your winner. All these are not good. Then back in Nigeria, it's not over. From Rivers to Edo, from Edo to Abuja, Abuja to Abeokuta, from Abeokuta, straight to Zamfara, to Nasarawa, to Kaduna, to Kogi, to Benue, to Enugu, Ebonyi. All the places that people lost their lives simply because they were trying to participate in Nigeria elections. Then at the end of the day, they got rigged, brutalized, killed by PDP, APC. Now, from north to south, west to east, there are demands that this charade must end, and it cannot stand. Now, this is something that they now put together as ingredients of a possible anarchy in Nigeria, a coup, or interim government. But before you get there, before you get a little bit distracted, now let's kind of understand how these criminals work. Whenever APC, or whenever the government under the APC, whenever they raise an alarm on something, listen to me, from experience, they are actually the one doing it. But they will raise alarm. Some people, so that you can begin to say, is it because they lost election? Now these people are planning to overthrow government. These people are planning to stop Kolu. Remember, go to court means if you are not satisfied with the process. Now, with the level of what happened, And so far, so good with even with INEC. You see the result they declare, Abi? If you take your time, 2 days, just 2 days, spend 2 days, right? And go through all the results, word by word, local government by the one they uploaded right now. Tifnumbu is losing. That's what people are like. What kind of a joke is this? Like, what is the mission of Yakubu? Tifnumbu scored 8.7 million, declared by INEC. Abi? Atif could score 6.9 million, as INEC declared. Abi? Obi scored 6.1 million, as INEC declared. Huh? And then Kwakwanso scored 1.4 million by Mahmoud. If you have time, please, in your own spare time, just go onto the IRF stuff. And you'll be so alarmed, like, what is going on? Like, what's going on? So all of these are pointing to one thing. There is possibility of an annulment. So what would they do if there is a threat of an annulment? If they can't, I'm just saying if, I'm not saying yet. So I said, if they can't manipulate the courts this time around based on the pressure from everywhere, that means they might actually lose the power, right? And the whole country is what it is right now. What if we begin to have our own plan B? The only people who have the capacity to rig elections in Nigeria, they are PDP and APC. Don't let anybody tell you otherwise. They are those who have the capacity, the resources, the money, including buying the security, including buying the INEC. So, the two of them, as we speak, they are just like a bed of, two wing of a bird, in a way. So, which means the Obian is the people. They are those who pose the real threat in a way that could turn the entire world, the whole universe, against them and put so much pressure on the already kind of compromised system to possibly just mistakenly flip. And if that should happen, that's going to be like a generational change. It's going to change almost everything, and they won't let that. So what do we do? They are also the same people who have the capacity to what? To organize school. PDP, APC, they are the people who have the capacity to organize school. They are the people who have the capacity to start putting together among themselves like they did in 1993, where from the blues, from nowhere, Shonekon was announced as the interim national government president or head of state of Nigeria, remember? So, if APC come out and say, some people, who are the some people? In your own opinion, who do you think are the some people? When they brought in fuel scarcity, Buhari is the Minister of Petroleum in Nigeria for the past 7.5 years. They have been the one in charge of importation of fuel and payment of subsidy on such importation for the past 7.5 years. But you see, this last 7-8 months, Nigerians have been going through the worst of the worst fuel scarcity, and then when they found this fuel, they are paying through their noses. Their own major economy is taking a hit for that. Food inflation and all that. But majority of them, they don't even have the liver to call on their Minister of Petroleum, who also doubled as their president. So fuel scarcity in the last, the last 4 months or 3 months before their elections suddenly became the responsibility of some people who just want to make APC look bad or to make APC lose election. So everybody started looking for the some people. Who are the some people who decided to suffer us like this? And who are the some people? But they are actually the people. It's them. Then they said they were changing your currency, your naira. That one hasn't even finished by now. You are still suffering that as we speak. But when election was almost 2 months or a month, suddenly some people are hoarding the naira, not the government of Nigeria, not the president of Nigeria that boldly said, all these scarcities are intentional. It is for them to stop those who stole money and stockpile them. But a month to election, suddenly, the people that is behind the whole shortages started shouting. Some people are trying to make me lose the election. They are hiding fuel. They are hiding naira to make me look bad. And some people believed him. That's how messed up Nigeria is. Very, very messed up. So, in the last 2 weeks, the Tifnumbu people, they have been going mad, paranoia and all that. Why? Because the people they told to go to court, they are now in court. And they are now talking about their case, right? Something that Tifnumbu and Co said can cause problem in Nigeria. Ogbeni, now you win 8.9 million. That's huge, even though it's patry. But that's huge. If 8.9 million people truly voted for you, your mind should be at peace or at rest. The worst case scenario, there are those that should come out genuinely. Don't pay people to come out and say, and begin to speak like this guy.
Today, I want to declare without equivocation. Today, I want to declare without equivocation. Today, I want to declare without equivocation. Today.
You won't have to pay them to do all this. They won't have to go out every day to try to convince the world that you won. They won't even have to go out. Can you believe it? They went out to campaign, to protest that Nigerians must stop protesting about the elections. Like they went out to protest, right? A protest to stop Nigerians from protesting about the election. You won't have to. Like naturally, you won't have to pay people on social media to be attacking people, abusing, and then threatening people. No, you won't have to. You won. But the man himself, we don't even know where he is right now. The 8.9 million people that they said voted for him, they don't even know where he is right now. So, do you actually get what I'm trying, where I'm getting, where I'm getting at now, where I'm actually taking you to? Do you get that? DSS say the government, the interim national government that you have been hearing about, that it is real. And some people are trying to do that to cause problems in Nigeria. And this is just 2 weeks after fraudsters Otoboke Yamo for Food Kayode, Dele Alakori, as well as Ezibida Bayo Nonuga were rolling out and doling out different threats. Tribal threats, ethnic threats, incitement here and there. Then they will quickly switch off and say, hey, DSS, come and see these people. They want to cause problem in Nigeria. We will deal with them. Their days are numbered. But DSS, can you please come now? After 2 weeks, DSS came out to warn everybody. All of you writing nonsense, fake news about the president-elect. Omokilon Shele now. What in concern FBI with Democrat at Republican? It shouldn't be their business, except something is done wrong, isn't it? They started threatening us. All of you, we are watching you. We see you. We see you everywhere. About waiting now. Waiting you won't do us because of Kalu. Then 2 weeks after that, or a few days after the first threats, they just came out to say interim national government, a government that will be temporary, is real. And it is some people, again, some people are the ones planning it. Meanwhile, this is DSS, so this is not the IKG blog, yo. This is not Instagram blog, yo. Abi gist lover. This is Nigeria Dokpemu secret service, Abi Dokpemu stupid service. DSS, State Secret Service. So the people that are supposed to detect crime before they happen at all. Sure, you get intelligence gathering. Some people outside the election, outside courts, they are plotting interim national government. How are they going to do that? Sure, are they going to use military to chase Buhari away and put a national interim government there? How? Sure, you get where I'm getting at now. Now, them they plan now because they are the only people who have the capacity. If not, DSS will not come and tell us that some people are planning to overthrow government or to put an interim government in Nigeria to stop Tifnumbu. 2 days ago, Tifnumbu said, some people are trying to stop his inauguration. Now, let me make it easier for you. For some of you who don't know how dog whistle work, this is dog whistle, okay? What they are doing or what they plan to do, all they have to do is to accuse just unknown people of it. You can begin to, once they say some people are planning government of national interim government, you can begin to say, I don't trust Atiku. You see that Atiku, that Atiku, I don't trust them. If he be an Atiku, if he do him, some will say, no. You see that Obasanjo and Obi. You see Obasanjo never talk all this while. Obasanjo is working with CIA. So CIA is working with America. America is working with China. China is working with this other. They will conjure all this. They don't have to tell you anything. Meanwhile, their job, okay, is not to be blog. Their job is actually security. Sure, you get. If DSS say, for example, if they say they are looking for Badero Olushola, sure, you get. They cannot be looking for Badero Olushola because of hearsay. Normally, they cannot be looking for me because of, we heard this. As a security agent like that, secret agent, even if they have to go undercover, when they have all their evidence, once they say we have all the evidence against this guy, that's when you go public. In fact, when you go public, you go on an arrest. What do? Once you have all your evidence, you approach a court. The court will now give you the search warrant and arrest warrant. Now, you can then take these two warrants. You know you have your evidence, so this person cannot escape. Then you approach them and you arrest them. So that by the time you arrest them, breaking news, that Elenu Jawaya, Glasgow-based Mayegun, he has been arrested by DSS. What did Mayegun do? This country. So DSS will now come out and they will now present a detailed investigation to the point of arrest. Even you watching, you'll be like, I don't know, say this Mayeguna like this, Sha. I must see evidence, so. Hey, see investigation. But in Nigeria, DSS, Dokpemu stupid service, that work for politicians, they don't prevent terrorists from striking. No, they don't prevent terror before they happen. No. They are on social media. They are looking for who is bullying politicians. Citizens that are bullying politicians. For example, me, as I be like this, the almighty drug dealer, Kalu Tifnumbu, when if DSS want to take me now, okay, they will say, we have been watching you for the past 5 years. we can see that you are enemy of Nigeria. I'm not enemy of Nigeria. They are the enemies, so they are your enemies. They are those behind all your problems, okay? But me talking about it, I become a problem. Now, before you know it, the day the DSS will now parade Mayegun. Mayegun where they Scotland, okay? The only gun I have seen in my life, or touch in my life, na Shakabula. You know all those Shakabula that you have to put to Ibon. When you put the the gunpowder, you have to set it and all of that like that, and then you have to get ready. Aim. You must not be too far from your aim. Everywhere. Smoke. Then you have to wait for the gun to cool down before you put gunpowder again, and you begin to do it again. Then you will see DSS, they will parade Mayegun, handcuff. You will see Karashikanov. You go see AK-47. You will see walkie-talkie. You will see money. You will see jazz. You will see everything. You will see metal cutter. And then you see some other people where they don't beat their face black. They go say I be their leader. That they have done investigation. That you see that Mayegun, when he was in the UK, he was funding terror in Nigeria. Look at all these boys. They were his boys. We arrested them. They were trying to kidnap governors, to kidnap politicians. Shamelessly, they will put me on screen, on TV. And then you will see those ones, they will say, he's our leader. He sent us to training. He sent me to 5 of us. He sent us, he paid for our training in Benin Republic, where we learn how to shoot. So we built a camp. He gave us money. No more. You go see bank transfer. You will see money. They will say, Namayegun, they give them. And guess what? I knew it. The Oponu Nigerians, it is like a theater. Not fighting security, not fighting insecurity, not preventing crime, just working according to the dictates of their criminal politicians who are now using Nigerian security to frame their citizens, just to put them away, just frame them on anything. No matter how ridiculous it looks, no matter how ridiculous it sounds, you will see the Nigerians, our Labosi. I knew it. I said Nigeria should do something about this Mayegun. He is a big enemy. I knew it. This guy, I knew that he's been the one funding terror in Yoruba land, and he's been shouting Fulani, Fulani this, Fulani that. I knew it. You know, they go, don't beat me like beat my face anyhow. They won't let me talk. So I will just be like, the media will come. Sorry, what is your name? My name is Badero Lushola. Sorry, are you a terrorist? Do you know these people? No, I don't know them. I don't know anybody. Say, but have you been, all ridiculous questions that will actually put you as guilty? Now that is done. Now for them to now prove all of the guns, the guns, the bullets, the jassy, the money, everything they said Mayegun is involved in, to now prove it in court, they will be asking for adjournment. Because the intention is not to prosecute crime. It's not to stop crime. Their job is to persecute the citizens that they think poses a big threat to their fraudulent contraption. Social media is their number one enemy, in case if you don't know. And that is why, because they are so archaic, they are so old-timer, like kind of, they are still playing the old trick. Some people are planning to install interim government in Nigeria. Who are those people who have the capacity other than APC? Egbe. Now, let me tell you where that is coming from. So part of what people said is giving APC concern. First, I remember telling you that I am somebody who knows their system very well. So I don't have any expectation from them. There are many of you who have actually invested so much in all of this with the hope and expectation that you could probably turn the tide, change the course of history, and possibly revive Nigeria. I am somebody who has been very pessimistic about that, and I have not hidden that. I've given proofs why I don't believe it is possible. It is impossible. Well, impossible itself is, according to some motivational speakers, don't ever say it is impossible, my brother. Do you know that the word impossible can be splitted into two, and it can be possible. I am possible, possible, impossible. Our motivational speaker, but to me, I am not a motivational speaker. I am. Hang on, I need to fix this, okay? That blinking is terrible, right? So I'm not a motivational speaker, but I do tell my friends, all of you across the aisle, that be careful on what you hope for in Nigeria. And if you have to, manage your expectation. Sorry, this is annoying, isn't it? Give me a sec, I'll be back.
Òun wá sọ fún ọ pé ẹ wá kó gbogbo búrẹ́dì ẹ kó kúrò nílùú ní kàmpéènì bá ẹ wá kó gbogbo kerosene ẹ dẹ̀ kó kúrò nílùú wọn ní ti sọ wá ní abúrakadàtì ó ní tẹ ẹ bá dẹ̀ kó gbogbo ẹ a máa wọlé a máa dìbò a máa láì sọ lóhùn.
wọ́n lànà bùlù wọn nà kó fi ṣe é.
ṣé ọlọ́run wá ní yín ni.
ṣé yorùbá náà wọ́n sọ ń lù ú.
èèbó ló fi sọ mo translate ẹ ní.
kọ́ba káwọ́ bá fi gbọ́ yìí.
ó ti yé mi sẹ́rí èèbó ló fi sọ èmi wá translate ó ní ẹ wá mú gbogbo kerosene ẹ kó kúrò lẹ̀ ẹ dẹ̀ kó gbogbo bread ẹ kó kúrò lẹ̀ gbogbo jerrycan tá a máa fi repo ẹ kó pamọ́ a máa dìbò àwọn wèrè kan wá gbé àwọn máa wọlé jẹ́lẹ́rì ìyá yìí náà lẹ́ wọlé.
wọ́n lànà bùrù wọn nà kó fi ṣe é.
ẹ káròyìn ẹ mọ káròyìn gan.
àbáwọ̀ wàzàm ẹni tí ń sọ orú ọ̀rọ̀ báwọn jáde ó ti dájú pé àwọn ni wọ́n jọ da Nàìjíríà rú àwọn ni wọ́n bà Nàìjíríà jẹ́ àwọn ni wọ́n dojú Nàìjíríà dédé bí ó dé yìí àwọn wọ́n dá fìtínà yìí lẹ̀ fún wa wọ́n ti mọ̀ pé àwọn ti mọ̀ báwọn ṣe tó àwọn ti mọ̀ báwọn ti tún dàrú àwọn ti mọ̀ jọ́kà nísìlẹ̀ àwọn tó sọ pé inconclusive wọn èka tán.
kìí ṣe lédè tó ọmọ Nàìjíríà tó ní.
àní ní Nàìjíríà yìí ẹ gbọ́ ni.
gbèdé ń gbọ́.
ẹ̀yà wọn náà ní ti Nàìjíríà yìí ẹ̀yà wọn abúrakadàtì
ẹ̀yà wọn ni.
bàbá tó ń kàmpé ń bẹ̀ lọ́wọ́ báyìí wọ́n tó méjìlá tó ń kàmpé lọ́wọ́ ní abúrakadàtì ni.
èyí ṣe gbogbo wọn fẹ́ dìbò.
gbogbo wọn fẹ́ wọlé oyè kan lè yẹ bí 100 wà. wọ́n á gbé báwọn bá dìbò àwọn dẹ̀ máa wọlé gbogbo yòówù wọ́n ní kódà kẹ́ wá tàdá kẹ́ fi kọ̀ǹkan sára owó àmọ̀dáná ìwọ ọlọ́run sátún wá jìyà kúnyà ni ọmọ Nàìjíríà ìdápẹ́jà wà náà tó bẹ̀ lọ́wọ́ abúrakadàtì ọlọ́run ti gbà wọ́n ọlọ́run gbà wá náà lọ́wọ́ àwọn wọ̀nyí.
wọ́n lànà bùrù wọn nà kó fi ṣe é minal khawfi.
You don't cast last. Everybody go chop breakfast.
So, in order for you to understand parts and parcel of, let me say, the ingredients that are given the vibe, that vibe of, can the court annul the presidential election in Nigeria for the first time? Then, if they annul election, what's going to happen? I mean, Atiku is there. Obi is there. So what's really going to happen in between that when Obi is so confident saying he won? I won. I have the proof. Which kind of problem is this? Which kind of confidence is this? Behind the scene, they were sending some countries' ambassadors. Remember this, oh? They were sending some countries' ambassadors to go and talk to Obi, especially Obi, right? To withdraw his case from court. so that they can work something out. And that was when the rumor of government of national unity, a government of national unity, where all of them, sure you get, Tinubu will give them chance to send people into that government so that they can form a government together. Then Tinubu, when that didn't work, see, this one is part of, the words on the streets, okay? It got to a stage whereby even all the Igbo politicians that publicly ridiculed Obi and rejected him in APC, in PDP, and all the places. Behind the scenes, some of them even went to him as well. That Tinubu has promised them that if Obi can withdraw that case, they will have a way to discuss with Atiku. They are not worried about Atiku. Here you get now the same death could kill them. Reagan. That if they begin to shovel the real number, they say Tinubu no even reach third. Kwakwanso is also in court now. Kwakwanso is not saying he won, no, but Kwakwanso is saying that his number and the number from what they got from the field is more than what INEC gave him. And from the number they have, his number is more than what Tinubu scored. So he is also in court, right? And he is asking that the whole election should be cancelled and a new one should be done. Sure you get. But Kwakwanso, Showore, and Atiku, they are not receiving the same pressure that they are directing at Obi. I can confirm that. You don't need to believe me, okay? It doesn't really it doesn't really matter. But I've reported them in the past. For those who have been following, anyway. Oji Uzo Kalu, Soludo, Wike, so many others from that Eastern Nigeria that they should take the offer from Tinubu. That if Obi withdraw his case from court, that it will be a straight punch for an Igbo Senate president or a Southern Christian Senate president. But from what we heard, it all turned to the same deaf ears. I mean, like, no, thank you. Thank you very much. We are in court. We wait for the court. But the court can take years. I don't mind. I mean, why would you? I mean, it's going to distract Tinubu when he's sworn in. No, it's not going to be sworn in. What do you mean by it's not going to be sworn in? It's not going to be sworn in. That's all I can say. Like, where is this coming from? Now, this is behind the scene. But do you know something? As you are watching this video, there are already moves to stop Tinubu's inauguration legally. And according to them, the fear is this. What if a court just suddenly rule on the 27th of May and says the inauguration of Tinubu in 2 days' time is illegal and should not take place? And suddenly, they began to look for another court that can lift that kind of a judgment that minute that could truncate his inauguration. What if that happens? So all these options are being put in, and like, how do we react? The other one is this. What if all these ongoing protests across Nigeria, some of them underreported right now, what if all the protests kind of escalate? Surprisingly, more people are now on the streets. And then there is breakdown of law and order, anarchy and all that. So military have to move in and begin to try to stop the people, and it keeps growing and keeps growing. At that point, there will be no talk of inauguration. So all of this are the possibility of things getting out of hand. But apart from that, they just seems to be very comfortable. You know why I said that? They know that the Tinubu is illegitimate. And a lot of all this effort is going to continue to make Tinubu illegitimate. That's going to hurt him internationally as a president of Nigeria. It's going to hurt Nigerians even more. And the whole country is going to go up in smoke when the whole kind of, further sanction limitation keeps falling in and falling in. The country that is already at the verge of collapse, if it hasn't already collapsed. So you cannot, in any way, think it's going to be like a peaceful ride, knowing all you know. So what would they do? They are still going ahead with their inauguration plan. They are already, he's already appointed 25 people, and they call them the transitional group and all that. But let me show you a few things. On the streets, in Edo, this is what people are doing. It hasn't become big yet. Edo. That's Edo in Benin, right? And all of this have been going on for the past 8 days. I'm not joking. You see that of Abuja? It's been going on for the past 9 days. And they are all asking for something. Including, if you cannot annul this election and all that, or if it's too late for you, then we need a government of interim national government and all that. Oh, I'm coming. Let me show you another one.
Mostly Yoruba.
Wait, why they protest?
This one live for here. Who does that? Those ones where they go. They live for here, like father. Yoruba.
That's River State, right? And it's like on and on like that. Here is another one.
Although they force us to pacify, we will not cost our country. No. Are we going to cost our country? No. Are we going to cost Zamfara State? No. Are we going to cost Lagos State? No. Are we going to cost INEC? No. We will cost Professor Mahmoud Yakub because he is not INEC. We saw some police people collude with some INEC staff and some coppers to snatch and steal ballot boxes. We will not cost the coppers, we will cost those individuals. Yes. We will not cost our police, we will cost those individuals. Yes. Because we are strong as our institutions. Yes. And so we make this clear, even here today, because we will not cost our country or stand by those who cost it. We will not steal from our country whatever treasures it possesses in dignity. We will hold to the promise of unity and faith and peace and progress. I will let the comrade to my right, or rather the comrade to my left, the woman to speak in 1 minute, and then to my right, as we draw the conclusion and make our submission to the ECOWAS today.
Great Nigerians! Great! Great Nigerians! Great! Why are we here today?
To demand our mandate.
Justice. Yes. We are here to ask Professor Mahmoud to step down as an honorable man, to step down, because he has actually gone there. He has made us a laughing stock all over the world. So he must suffer the consequences. Yes. We entrusted everything on him. This particular election, we have so much hope. But he has taken everything away from us. So we are here today to call on him to gently go back and resign and crawl back to his place and remain there. Is that why we are here? Yes. Is that what we are asking for? Yes. Right, Nigerians? Yes. We are not just Igbos here. We are not just Hausas here. the same thing.
Yes.
Sack Professor Mahmoud.
He's a woman.
Give us an interim government.
Yes, sir. Criminal.
And restore our mandate.
Yes.
Thank you.
Great.
We are welcoming our honorable Vice Chancellor back from my network.
So that's where I had the interim, give us the interim national government. They were at the ECOWAS. Do you know that also there are other smart people who have been doing everything, right, to continue to maintain the outburst of the obedience? Do you know that? If it is left for them, they would have started the whole thing weeks ago. But there are those who have, according to them, APC is looking for something, like implicating, so that they can just take Peter Obi and that is vice and lock them away. I don't know how their theory works. There are those who believe that, like, no, not yet. Stay in that court. But there are others that are just not like, you know what? Okay, yeah, fine. Stay in the court. For us, it's going to be everyday protest. Like I said, underreported. But it's real. It's happening, right? Now I'll take you somewhere else. In Lagos, where we saw the brutalization. Hang on, before we go to Lagos. Do you know there is what they call the class action against all of the 177,000 or so electoral officers that participated in the 2023 elections, right? Some Nigerians have put resources together to institute a class action. So a class criminal action is that it's going to be like a criminal indictment on all of them, right? I don't know what's the detail, okay? I think they're asking that some of them should be jailed and some of them should be banned from participating in the election and all of that in the future. Class action on top this election in Nigeria. Now, in Lagos, yeah, you all know what happened in Lagos, that even kind of has contributed to the division that we are witnessing today all over Nigeria. Sure, you get, especially the targets and then the targeting of the Igbos, their businesses, their homes in Lagos since this election charade started. But you remember that before their elections, right? Gbadebo, that Labour Party guy in Lagos, GRV, they went to court and they secured a court judgment, a court order that said INEC, right, conducting the election in Lagos, they must abide by their own rules, their own electoral rules, right? And they must use beavers and at the same time transmit. They have to post election results at the polling unit. Excuse me, post it at the polling unit and transmit same through the beavers. You know that judgment. And they said any election conducted in Lagos said that is contrary to all of that. It's null and void. So while a day, but again, don't raise your hope. Tifnubu controls the most part of the judiciary, and it didn't start today. Here you get, but we'll get to that part. So now, election in Lagos happened. The Agberos and the rest of them, they follow their leader. They want war, not peace. Jagunlabi with his Legida. I mean, Legida or Legida. Legida, man, in Ijebu, we call it Legida. Legida. You call it cutlass, Sabi. Anyway, we call it Legida. Now, that big cutlass is photoshopped. It's not real, okay? So don't suffocate there. It's not real, all right? It's a Photoshop. However, it doesn't have to hold a cutlass for you to know what he represents. He doesn't want peace. He wants war. He's a man of war, right? So after the whole nonsense, the death and all of that, I woke up this morning, right? I woke up this morning and I was like, I just saw these guys in Lagos. The drivers, they are drivers. What do you call them? Conductor, bus drivers, commercial bus drivers, conductors, or more. MC Mado. Lagos State bus drivers and conductors that protested today, they said they pay 13,500 naira every day into the purse of MC Olueron and his boys. Ogun owo niyen now. That one are like that one be like money ritual. Maybe you just sit down like this. And more than 100,000 people are going to contribute 13,500 naira. 13,500 naira for you every day. Because they are tired. Now we vote for them. Now we vote for them. We are so tired. Mind you, that picture I showed earlier. You see this picture? That is the son. The son of the DSS. The person that is a DSS director. His son or his sons are the ones sitting with Kolu. Look at Kolu Tori Olong. Olong. Tani Nigeria share. Look at Kolu. Somebody that people should be doing this with. You should be going to the old people's home to go and take picture with him and say, I took picture with that Kolu. And say, like, so that people can be seeing how much of he's an old man that should be resting, right? They say, but he's a greedy, selfish criminal, by the way, and a drug lord, so you know. And because of him, Nigeria is about to be tagged a narco state. And all Nigerians are going to be tagged narco citizens. You would have to fight that. Nigeria will have to spend a lot of money on propaganda, image laundering, PR for Kolu. Most of you are not prepared. Even the Lagos Agbero. They are threatening everybody and forced all the drivers and forced all the conductors to go and vote for Tifnumbu. It never even long. Well, I don't start. Those are the ones from Agbado area in Lagos. Oh, they are not making our life too much. I mean, they are not making our life early. No show. The Oshodi is not troubling us. So it is the Agbado people. That's their own version. Abi. Here is another one. They were complaining that the agberos, the touts, extorting money from them. That they are tired. They are working. They can't feed well. They can't take care of their family. Some of them said they are only eating rice with palm oil because they can't afford to eat good meal. Every morning they make, they have to give them to the agberos. But you know something, right? This is 2023, right? Even those you called bus driver, agbero, and everybody, they are all on social media. That's how powerful social media is. And that is why Nigerian politicians, the Nigerian government, and the rest of them, they hate the social media with passion. They want it gone. Gone, gone, gone. Don't have access to it. Because you don't have to go through any media editorial before you share your story. See them all. As they were protesting, excuse me, and streaming it live on Instagram, on TikTok, guess those who were joining them? MC Oluemo, Koko Saria, Kunle Poli, and all those leader of the Agberos in Lagos. They were watching the drivers and the bus conductors protesting the suffering, the hardship that they have been subjected to in Lagos. That's the irony, Abi. Wait for another one. Now we vote for them. Oh, they have started shooting them at us. So Agbero now controlling police. We are the legit drivers and conductors. The extortionist Agbero. Because we came out, they have sent police to us, so they have sent... Listen to this.
What in you, bro? When it's I want to àwọn aládìbò mú wọn wọn gbó lọ wọn làbọ tó ṣe abẹnibọdì jà látàárọ̀ ẹ̀yin tẹ tẹ̀lé mi látàárọ̀ ṣẹlẹ pé abẹnibọdì jà wọn ti ń yìnbọn bí o.
àjà látàárọ̀ wọn lọ kó bọ wá ni o wọn lọ kó bọ wá làbí lẹkọọ.
wọn ti gbé bọ wá o.
wọn kó bọ wá làbí lẹkọọ.
wọn ti lọ kó bọ wá o. àmú kankan dání bí o àbẹ́bà àmú ẹ̀bùn kankan dání o. wọ́n ti ń yìnbọn o.
wọ́n ti yìnbọn ti pa wá o. wọ́n ṣàánú wá o. wọ́n yìnbọn fún wá o. àwọn jòrò ti lọ kọ́lọ́pàá wá wọ́n yìnbọn o. wọ́n ní bá máa yìnbọn o.
filẹ̀ na filẹ̀ jákòṣe lábìdò filẹ̀ èyàn ṣe fídíò wà mí lákìá o ẹ ṣe fídíò lábìdò lèmi náà wà lábìdò lèmi náà wà ẹ wo bí lábìdò lèmi náà wà lórí TikTok lábìdò mo wà wọ́n ti ń yìnbọn fún wa o. àwọn ọlọ́pàá yẹn ti lè wá yìnbọn bí o àwọn ọlọ́pàá alákòókò ẹ bá ṣe fídíò kó dọ́dọ̀ àwọn ìjọba o wọ́n ti ń yìnbọn bí o. wọ́n ti ń yìnbọn bí o láàbì àbẹ́nibọ̀ ìjà látàárọ̀ o wọ́n ti ń yìnbọn ogun sí ìbọn padà dá o àjẹ́ kí mọ́tò kọjá látàrí o wọ́n ti ń yìnbọn láì fídíò ẹ bá ṣe láàbì àbẹ́nibọ̀ ìjà o àbẹ́nibọ̀ ìjà látàárọ̀ o àbẹ́nibọ̀ ìjà o àjàyí bá látàárọ̀ àbẹ́nibọ̀ ìjà o wọ́n ti ń yìnbọn bí o. station ni mo lọ mo ń sọ ẹ sọ̀rọ̀ station.
abẹ́nà report.
ẹjọ́ bí tí mò ń lọ ibẹ̀ ló ti wá yìnbọn ibẹ̀ ló ti wá yìnbọn wọ́n ti pààyàn o bí tí mò ń lọ ibẹ̀ ló ti wá yìnbọn wọ́n bọ́ wa o àbẹ́nibọ̀ ìjà látàárọ̀ ẹ bá ṣe láìfù yìí o ẹ bá ṣe láìfù kó ló dé ẹnibọ̀dì o.
Pẹ̀lẹ́jàre ọmọ ọ̀yá àwa la dìbò fún wọn o na we voted for them o they have started shooting at us o hey please help us share this video help us o we voted for them now they are shooting at us o the Alagbado policemen they are the one who came they said they are now the one in power once Asiwaju becomes the president they will show all of us Agberos went to go and bring police and the police are shooting us so they have killed